Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm having some small technical difficulties at the moment because apparently pretty much all of my game systems have decided that today is a good day to log me out. So, give me a moment while I try and find all the damn two-factor authentication things. Okay, that's done. I don't know why you locked me out. Alright. You need to be logged back in. Literally, both of them at the same time. Like, I don't know. Which one is the right one? Oh, that's not it. Maybe it is. Nope. Oh, okay. You know what? We're just gonna do. Send me a text. Just send me a text. Okay. Now I can actually work on my thing. Okay, cool. Love that. Nope, I did not say anything about Google. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, now I can go to Creator Dashboard, and now I can actually have my stream set up. Here we go. Can be done. It's just being dumb. Shut up. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Phew. I'm still eating a little bit too. I was burning the house down. I mean, making dinner earlier. I got a new air fryer combo. It's an air fryer, air fryer, broiler, toaster oven, and rotisserie all in one. Very excited to use it. However, I tried cooking a hamburger in it. And it didn't work. Like, it heated them up, cooked a little bit of the outside, I think. Was not done at all. Didn't crisp anything at all. So, jury's still out, I think. We'll see. We'll see how it keeps going. Thank you, Elliot, for your subscription. Thank you for the 7 months. That's so wonderful. Thank you. I wouldn't say it's new hair, but, you know, I got my sides shaved down where they should be. But anyway, it was a whole big thing because then I took the burgers out, finished them on the stove, which set off the fire alarms because that was fun. And then, especially because I did them on the stove in their own juices, I desperately needed a salad to like soak up some of that oil just a little bit. Otherwise, tonight's going to be an uncomfortable one. That was a really good piece of lettuce. I don't know why. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing all right. Today has been a very lazy kind of day for me. I was supposed to get some more homework done, and I didn't get any of it, but got other stuff done. I don't have to worry about the homework until Tuesday, though. I can bang out a paper in a day or two. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried. It's just a 4 to 6 page paper on management theory, and considering that I'm writing on a guy who wrote a whole book about it, sure, I can come up with 4 to 6 pages pretty quickly. I am not at all concerned. Yeah. I admit, I haven't taken any vacation days, really. I took 1 hour vacation time to get my hair cut. But for the most part, I'm waiting for my trip to Cape Cod, which I will pretty much be able to do without using a single vacation day, I think. So I can just use comp time. Pretty sure. I did hear some good news. It sounds like my union has a contract now, or a tentative contract. And as part of it, I will be getting a small raise. It's not a lot, but it is more than it has been in previous years. But we also didn't get a raise last year, and it is less than 2 years of raises. So, bittersweet, I guess. More money right now is more money, so I guess I can't be too that upset, I did do my nails. You cannot really see how gorgeous these are on stream because they just look like they're purple, but they are more than purple. They're this gorgeous, like, purple-blue shift, little translucent, and with sparkles. They're so pretty. I'm so glad that I got these new polishes. God, they're so pretty. I got them from Live Love Polish. This one in particular is called Siren's Deceit. I don't know why they have such edgy names for all of their polishes, but they do. Anyway, very little fanfare. I'm still going to keep munching away, but... Boop. Let's see how this works. Come on. Pick up that game. Right away. Awesome. Love that. This is true. I would prefer they have a cool name versus a, generic, this is red kind of thing. I'm just so used to so many nail brands doing like tongue-in-cheek names. They're all like... They're all puns and stuff like that, but like... No, this one, they're like... Siren's Deceit and like... what are some of the other ones? They are kind of ridiculous. Let's see. So this is from their Allure of the Deep collection. So they are Ocean Lies, Siren's Deceit, Curiosity's Prey, and Sand Trapped. Which is quite a thing. They have their Zodiac, which I think is just... Yeah, it's just called, like, Virgo, Leo, never mind. What was the other one? Divine Storm is the other collection that I picked up a couple from. Mercury's Tears, Winds of Fate, Saturn's Scorn, Celestial Rage, and Fallen Angels. It's just like, whoa. Someone needs to chill. It's called Live, Love, Polish. Like Live, Love, Laugh, or whatever. But Live, Love, Polish. They're based out of New York. They're pretty good. I'm actually really impressed with the quality of the polish itself. So, this was my first time buying from them, but I hadn't seen them pop up before. They're a small indie brand. But they seem like they're pretty good. I'm pretty happy with these ones, and next time I'm going to try another one of the ones that I picked up. I didn't add anything else to these. I mean, like, a great way to explain it is what me and my roommate have used a lot of is this small indie brand called Hollow Taco, which is out of, was born from the YouTube channel Simply Nailogical. She just kind of is like a nail art freak and decided to develop her own nail line. And they're all great, but they're all kind of meant to sort of layer with each other a lot. Like, they're all kind of like nail art basics in a way that I really appreciate, don't get me wrong. So, like, if you want to create a gradient look or, you know, do some really detailed work, like, her polishes are great. There are lots of different nail toppers, different effects that you can get on your nail from what she's made. I love all of them. However, there are some times that I don't want to spend all day doing layer after layer after layer after layer on my nails. Because, like, for one particular look, for instance, you could easily have 6 layers of polish. And that's just a long time to sit there waiting for things to dry. So, what I like about Live, Love, Polish is that it seems like it gets me most of one of those looks in one coat. Or 2 coats, really, you know, to really build up the coverage. But, you know, it gives me a complete nail look without having to work too hard and wait too long, which I like. Because there are some days where I don't have that kind of time to sit and devote to putting all that nail polish on. While I love it, you know, I just don't have the time. So this kind of cuts out those parts. You're still putting like 4 layers on your nails. A base coat, 2 layers of the polish itself, and then a top coat. But, you know. So where do we leave off?
How may I help you, Commander?
Whose thing is left?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Well, I'm gonna be paranoid. I'm gonna feed the fish. Again. Maybe. Maybe not again, I don't know. Just gonna be paranoid. Okay. I need to lock my chair. There we go. I don't know. I hope not. I don't remember. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just get Jacob's done and out of the way. This is boring. Because he's boring.
Launching probe.
Launching probe.
Probe away.
I like how just those 2 probes. Oh, there's a mission. It's not really a mission. It's more like a
Probe away.
It's more like a arena thing, like a survival arena.
Launching probe.
The data files for it were completely corrupted, so the only version they have left are the ones that people actually bought, like the DLC. Like, I can go and download the DLC, but the dev files that they actually used to create the DLC are gone.
Launching probe. Probe away.
But to be honest, if you ignore the fish, they die. If you feed the fish, they die. If you have Kelly feed the fish, they die. Alright, fish can't live in space. End of story. Okay, gotcha. How do those Krogan ever live with it?
Probe launched.
Me with plants. Although my bonsai tree is still somehow going kind of strong.
Probe away.
Like, the main objective in Mass Effect 2 is to keep the fish alive. Mass Effect 2 is a planet scanning mining simulator with a fish feeding side minigame. If you fail at either one, you lose the game.
Probe launched.
Fish are annoying. I won't lie.
Probe away.
Tend to eat things that they really shouldn't, and you have no way of stopping them. Unlike with, like, a land animal where you can, like, physically stop them. With fish, if they go for it, you're just kind of stuck. More rings. Meh.
Probe away.
Nice, good job, okay. I saw that little bump in Ezo. Ezo first and foremost, I don't care about the platinum as much.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Okay. You know, there is a mod on Nexus Mods that is like...
Launching probe.
Oh. Right, okay. There's a mod on Nexus Mods that's like...
Launching probe.
You launch one probe and it gets all of the resources from the planet. Like, so you still have to go to each planet, but you fire one probe and it takes everything. So I'm like, kinda tempted. I wonder how involved it is. Do I just mod the game on stream again? Like, this is really time consuming and boring. But I really don't need all of this anyway. Like, I should just stop, is what I really should do. Once I deplete this planet, we'll stop.
Probe away.
Maybe I'll do that on my free time this week. Alright, there we go. Close enough. So I have so much. I really don't need to keep going. Excuse me. 2 planets in this system, though. If I just do them both, I will be done with this system. Hard to say no. Honestly, gonna say hard to say no. And this one's already poor, so... Ooh. And this will probably deplete it by itself.
Probe launched. Probe away.
I mean, I'll admit, this doesn't feel like a particularly destructive act. I mean, I know it is. Strip mining an entire galaxy for all of its resources is absolutely harmful. Like, you know, there's a certain amount where I'm just like, yeah, no, it's a video game.
Probe launched.
Ooh.
Probe away.
How many more probes do I need to spend on this poor planet? Okay. Maybe I can get my EZO back up to 30,000. We're done.
I have detected an anomaly.
An as of yet unexplored garden world. Ooh, look at all that EZO. Please and thank you.
Scans have found something.
I mean, already filled me up there.
Probe away. Probe away.
I guess that's fair. Instead of launching a super destructive probe from orbit that just drills further into whatever planet it contacts and then immediately starts bringing back any and all resources that it has,
Probe away.
no matter what the population below may actually think about it. And in some cases, a completely sentient population.
Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Launching probe.
Probe away.
Woo!
Probe launched.
There it is.
Launching probe.
Give me 30. Ah, so close. Come on. Really? Yeah, really. All right. I still haven't played that yet, I admit. Right. I need my list of... Me too, squad, choices, story, mission. Someone has made this thing. Mission ordered best squads for story. Reddit post. Here we go. Yeah, nobody cares about Jacob, so... Kasumi, you're a gossip monger. You can at least roast him for it while we do this. Maybe not even, you know, as everything goes. Okay. Your cooperation is not required. So, I mean, what I've heard about Andromeda is that it is not the experience people wanted, but it is not that bad of a game. The biggest problems it had
No life signs, but there may be
were that it
still inside.
the biggest problem that it had were the graphical quality issues that they resolved, and you can further resolve with more mods on top of that. I plan to play it at some point. I'm just not expecting it to be like as wonderful.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
No.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Ooh, okay.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Okay.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity.
465%? Oh no.
And decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity.
That would be called a
significant damage to
crash.
investment and crew.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
There's no way he could avoid eating something grown on this planet.
She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. And the look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. We're stuck here.
Nope. 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 And a nope. Gross. Nope.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
Well, they left some money behind, so, you know, there's that.
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't.
Alright. I thought there would be something that we have to actually, like, trigger in here. But I guess not. Alright. Going back out. Oops. Go. Oh no, I remember it. I just don't remember the mechanic parts. What I remember about it is not liking it. So.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Almost missed that.
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
They've seen us.
Well, we have to have some kind of, you know.
One mean mother, huh?
Boop. Yes, it did it not? Wow, they look like copies of each other. Ow! Did you? Oh, what the fuck? No. You don't get to do that. You're not allowed. Oh, I just hit a beam. That's fine. There we go.
So, that's neural decay, huh? They just seemed regular old crazy to me.
Father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
Honey, I don't think there's anyone who can make sense of this at this point. You just did you hear the part about neural decay? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Witchy. It's the same kind of thing for me with Digishell because I also have not played this trilogy in a very long time, but I remember most of it.
Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
They're wearing the same uniform as the ones who attacked us, but they don't look ready for a fight.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent.
The planet is sexist?
But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop. Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Yup. Oh. That's fun. Yeah? Okay. Oh, I thought I needed to hack that. No, more. Weird. Okay.
Weapons are forbidden.
Okay.
To his own men? Who the hell are
That was
we
weird.
dealing with here?
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
We're waiting.
Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Well,
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead.
yeah.
Separated out the women,
Daddy
assigned
issues
them to officers like pets.
and slavery
The
issues.
officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon. People safe. All killed within the same week. about a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Okay. Good start. Let's blow this mech up. And now we should not be standing here. Pop. It just goes pop.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. It's really him. Just got free. He's covering his ass.
Ah, it looks like that dried up body was left as a warning. These newer ones were just dumped here.
The hunters started fighting back.
Yeah, this ain't a good look, sweetie. This ain't a good look.
Come on over!
Careful. I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. They keep attacking.
No other choice? Really? No other choice? Okay. Good start. Good start. You, my dear sir, are off to an excellent and good start where I will absolutely believe anything you say because I'm being fought by the mechs that you definitely did not send at me.
Incoming!
More? How many pea shooter mechs do they have here? Send in the big shit or I'm gonna go home. Why do they just keep coming? Okay.
Keep them busy. Distracted, but it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Knew I saw another thing there. I mean, that's the other worst thing about it is even if I do get a big mech that I have to deal with, it won't be difficult. Not at this point. Not at this point. More.
Coming!
Oh, there's more.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
No? You actually have to fight people now?
Combat!
Aha!
Drone!
This is a good spot. Oh, hey! It's the friend! Start by overloading those shields. Let's do this. Ha! Jacob, you dumb butt. Why did you stand there? Ouch. Painful. It go boom.
Enough with the toys.
All right.
Look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
You won't. Daddy. Oh, Daddy. Come out and play. Okay, that's too creepy. No, we're done. We're done. Nope, 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 nobody, nope. That's it? All right.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance Base. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No, not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I'd hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years?
This is a lot.
God damn it. Why did you do this to your crew?
Also, meh.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs.
Okay, that's not a good start.
But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange...
Lots of pacing, yeah.
I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Okay, that was fun. This is why I figured we could open with this, because then everything else will be exciting by comparison.
Secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Aha!
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we got work to do.
Hi, Commander.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, but like...
Thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Oh, alright. We done? Alright, let's go feed the fish. It's more important. Open the room. Let me out. Let me out. Let's go do something way more useful and interesting. Okay. It's just so boring.
Thanks for diverting to the Gernsback, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. Maybe not the best way to learn about the relatives, but I'm glad it's done. What do you need?
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
I like it when we don't talk. It makes it easy on me.
Commander, How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
What do we got? From Diana. Arya Talok. Oh, here we go. Arya Talok told me where to send this. I'm Neff's mother, Diana. We talked when you came to investigate her death. Arya also told me a dead Asari woman was found in one of the wealthy apartments, that she was the one who killed my daughter. Thank you. I don't know who brought you into my life, but thank you for avenging my daughter. My Neff deserved better than this. I couldn't give it to her, but at least you killed the bitch who took what little she had away. Woof. Okay. Bring in closure. Action therapy. I mean, yeah, that's a bit cold. That's a bit much. I could do without.
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
Just like how she just turns everything off. getting down in this dress?
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are...
There are benches all around us.
Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly
I have a feeling I know who you're talking about.
I know myself and my desires, but your curiosity is quite welcome.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
I'm curious to see what you will do.
I should go.
I like her. I like her so much.
I'm glad we spoke.
Can I give you a hug, Space Mom? I want to give you a hug.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Urashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long. and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Lazarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders.
I just don't have much to comment on any of this.
But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Koliet that you hunted her killers down.
Irika woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
That's how this starts? That's how this starts? I want you, Thane. Just jump across the table right now. He's speaking about his dead wife. And you just launch across the table and straddle his hips. Jesus Christ, put it in your pants, Shepard.
You're talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling.
I know that's not what she actually says, but like, it's so damn obvious, yeah.
For listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means. Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to...
I should go.
As you will, Siha.
I should go.
Commander, what can I do?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
I'll let you
Of course, Commander.
No point in going and talking to my mans, because it's going to be the same thing again. And I think that's everybody who we have. Kasumi, Samara, Garius, Miranda. I haven't done Zaid. Haven't done Jack, and I haven't done Grant. So, fish. Fish. Huh. I guess I never noticed that before. Might be, though. Alright, let's go do a loyalty mission that doesn't suck. How about that? How about that? Okay, should we mop up other things or do another? Let's just jump back into... Let's go to the Krogan DMZ. I'm saving Tally for last, I think. Let's go to Tuchanka. So who should we bring? We'll do grunts first. Bring Morden for grunts. Okay, fair enough. Bring Morden for grunt and grunt for Morden. So just... You even have like a good... it's okay. Yeah, let's do that. I haven't taken you out yet, have I? Nice. I'm gonna take that. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna take that. That's good. Morden, Tempest Carnifex, we're good. Okay. Welcome to the Krogan homeworld. It's a pleasant, sunny, beautiful, gorgeous place. Hey, guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what?
What did I tell you, honey? Stop right there, alien.
Damn it. I was listening to this person, you dickbag.
Is it just me, or do the other Krogan not like me?
Oh, there's some concern about me bringing in a non-Krogan. I had to talk to the chief. It's not a deal.
Wait, so they don't even want me here?
Who cares what they want? I want you. That's all that matters.
I don't know if I can do this, Char.
Hey, now. My blue rose of Ilium always stands strong to reach toward the sun.
Okay, I'll manage. Just no more poetry.
What did I tell you, honey?
Alright, now we can actually listen to the first thing.
Away from all that high-tech noise.
I guess. Seems a bit dirty, though.
Oh, it builds character.
It builds character.
If you're looking for work, you're shouting down the wrong hole. The Blood Pack only recruits Krogan.
You know how many of you guys I've killed? Just saying.
The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your running pet on a short leash. Get him the right soon or put him down.
You know what's wrong with him? What he needs?
There's nothing wrong with him. Just go speak to the clan leader. Take your business to the clan leader and keep your running pet.
You know what's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, got it. I know, right? Just like, excuse me?
Show those Quarians who's boss. Damn right. Tear their scales off and let the Pyjaks feast on them while they're still alive.
Ah! This is Locker Room the Planet.
Erdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout.
Good. Talk to Scout then. Or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Also, I have been unable to access local medical records. I suggest asking the local clan leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
I mean, seriously, tell me that this place does not actually smell like Axe body spray.
When the female camps and the children over last week. No, I was off dealing with a Baron attack. What? Any promising warriors? Yes, of course. They're strong. One day they will tear our enemies apart.
Lovely.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Vio. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on. Never thought I'd miss the tank. Put down some real money, human.
Alright, this is a fight thing. Okay. Do I win? Oh, hey, I won. Okay. That could have been worse. It would have been both horrifying and I lost.
Watch it, human.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
Talk to you later.
Right, that just spoiled the surprise.
Eyes straight ahead.
Damn it. I messed up.
Halt. You must wait till the clan leader summons you. He is in talks.
You know what tradition demands. Clan Erdnot must respond. Your reforms will not go unopposed. You risk appearing weak at a critical time.
Shepard.
Good enough? Excuse me.
Oh, come on, hug. Just hug.
My friend.
Alright, that's close enough, I guess. Locker room the planet, still.
Should have known the void couldn't hold you.
Looks like helping me destroy Saren and the Geth has worked out for you. Glad we didn't have to kill each other on Vermeer.
Huh. You made the rise of Erdnot possible. Vermeer was a turning point for the Krogan, though not everyone was happy about it. Destroying Saren's genophage cure freed us from his manipulation. I used that to spur the clans to unify under Erdnot.
You abandoned many traditions to get your way. Dangerous.
Spoken to, Uvenk. I'll drag your clan to glory whether it likes it or not. Now, Shepard, what brings you here? How's the Normandy?
Destroyed in a collector surprise attack. I ended up spaced.
Well, you look good. Ah, the benefits of a redundant nervous system.
Yeah, humans don't have that.
Oh, it must have been.
Yeah, humans don't have that.
And you've got a strong new ship. Takes me back to the old days. Us against the unknown, killing it with big guns. Good times.
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead for the Krogan.
We are making a neutral ground where all clans are welcome. Fertile females can be shared among clans. We will strengthen the race as a whole.
You threaten everything that makes us strong. It will not last.
Maybe. Until then, you're lucky to be a part of it.
How do you maintain security with so many different clans in one place?
Any clan willing to send in hostages can come in. No fighting inside the camp. Each clan punishes its own criminals. We stop conflicts before anyone dies. Then we present a simple choice. Pay a fine and deal with your problems, or your clan is no longer welcome.
That doesn't sound very harsh by Krogan standards.
Allies from other clans like what I'm doing. They help deal with skeptics. Many are eager for an outlet. Every time I've declared a clan unwelcome, my allies have destroyed them. Word gets around.
Alright then.
What's so important about maintaining individual clans?
Every clan has different customs, rites of passage, rules of behavior, battle songs, all unique. That diversity makes us great. No clan, not even mine, was meant to survive on its own.
What do the women of Clan Erdnot think about this plan?
It was our female clan leader's idea. The neutral area is safe, and it encourages more female clans to ally with us. Attacks on Erdnot now endanger the females of all clans. Even clans that want to see me dead will defend Clan Erdnot.
Interesting.
Your women have their own clan structure?
Nothing is more valuable than a fertile female. We know it. They know it. They isolate themselves for their own protection.
AKA, we didn't want to have to put in another model.
I can hardly do anything without clan leader Yuta's approval.
This sounds ambitious. How's it gone so far?
Better than I'd feared. Worse than I'd hoped.
It can't continue. You are going against what makes us strong.
Sounds like you're not making friends.
Traditionalists like Uvenk are chained Varen, always fighting, guarding their pathetic stick in the ground. When the smoke clears, I can plant the flag on their corpses and rally the rest around a new Krogan hub.
Sounds like you're counting on a lot of bloodshed even after you unite.
It will be slow, but I won't change what we are. Krogan are judged by the strength of our enemies. Our worst insult is to say someone's not worth killing.
Okay.
I hope that works well for your people. But back to the reason I'm here.
We don't often allow aliens to do business on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
I'm looking for a Solarian. He was captured by the Blood Pack and brought here.
My scout commander can direct you. He's probably near the perimeter running target practice. Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
We'll not talk about Grunt yet.
I need to go. We'll go over this another time.
Watch yourself, Shepard. Tuchanka isn't safe and homey like Pharos and Ilos.
Yeah, Pharos and Ilos, yeah, because those were safe and homey little spots, I'm sure.
5 years from the right. My eyes, I think. Think you actually had a fertile female on one of your trips to their camp? I must have. A son. Good for you. We'll get a ring call to celebrate.
Take it a step further, give that man a hug. He's a daddy now. Oh, that's cute.
It'll tear your insides like you swallowed knives.
Alright, here we go. This is why Mass Effect 2 is one of the best games of all time.
Good Baron.
You can pet the dogs.
Stay.
Greetings, human. My name is Ratch. Have a look at what I've got.
Everyone I talk to hates that aliens are an Urdnot. Except you.
I don't have the luxury of turning away paying customers. I do enough business off-world to know that you aliens have more credits than people here do.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Rincall's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
It sounds like rubbing alcohol.
Rincall hits aliens like ground glass. Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those pie jocks don't steal, which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
What the hell is a piejack?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come in and steal food, Rincall, whatever they can get their talons on. We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
That's a lot.
Why'd you call the piejacks off-world vermin?
An alien trader landed here a few years back. He had goods he salvaged from some place called Elitania.
I had Rhine-Call. I barely lived, but I did it anyway.
Food and shitting everywhere.
I can't imagine you let him walk away after that.
Not a chance. One ball of pie jock dung nailed the leader of Clan Forsan across the forehead. That's apparently grounds for execution.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out with the piejacks.
Feel free. You can use the console out there to control the guns. Make a dent in the pie jock population, and you get a discount. Good luck with that.
I should go.
Alright, let's go get a discount.
Child, my son, we played tackle with Aaron. It was good, fast, strong.
Oh.
Any son of yours must be. Then they went back to the female camp. It was so fast. I didn't get to talk with him.
Hello, Elliot. Welcome back. So I can tell you on stream for sure, thank you for resubscribing for 7 months. That was wonderful of you. Give me a fucking reason. Ooh. Let me pet your puppy.
What do you want, human? You're crowding my hump.
So you're in charge of Urdnot scouts. Why waste your time shooting at vermin?
Ammunition is the one thing we're not hurting for on Tuchanka. As scout commander, I have to set an example. Plus, the little bastards get into food supplies if their numbers get too high. Can't have that.
You see a lot of action around here?
Enough. Varen here and there, and snakes in any of the water safe enough to drink. Rex has made ceasefire agreements with some of the clans, but I still have to patrol, keep them honest.
What does the scout commander do?
We find out where the enemies are, and we make them think that there are too many of us to screw with. Sometimes that means harassing the perimeter, taking out a generator or two. Other times, we play hide and seek. We leave lots of tracks, exaggerate our numbers.
That's not recon, that's sabotage.
It's a lot easier to count their numbers once you blow some of them up.
Okay.
Not is human. It's not like we can hide.
So every clan on Tachanka encroaches on the other clan's borders?
Borders? This is Tachanka. Our borders are determined by the range of our guns. We are what we are, human. If we didn't fire at them, they wouldn't take us seriously.
Fair enough, you know, fair enough.
Why bother? Half of what we eat is vermin. And if we get hold of defense systems, we don't use them to guard grain. We've got weapons stockpiles to take care of. Beyond that, our women and children get the security.
Your enemies go after civilians?
Easiest way to wipe out a clan. Women and kids can fight, but they're always outnumbered if another clan goes after them. If its women and children are killed, a clan's hope for the future is lost. Falls apart. We don't do that, though. Rex's orders. Even if it costs us a battle, we don't fire on non-combatants.
Taking care of your food supply would help more in the long run.
If Clan Jordan kills our guards and helps itself to our well-secured food, there won't be a long term. This is Tachanka. Having power and clean water means we're living in luxury.
Alright.
Thanks for the information.
Whatever. Look at him run. Ah.
Blows him up. Oh, okay. What? Okay. Phew. No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. Damn it. No. Denied. Phew. Okay. This one's gonna be the hard one, isn't it? Always gets harder. Two in one shot. Shablam. Two in one shot again. All right. I like that. I like that. Nice. Whew. Okay. Perfect scores.
Step back. My Baron is hungry.
I like that. It's like, go back and inform him that a number of Pyjeks are dead. I'm like, a number?
Why bother with all the politics? You know you've sired your son. That's enough. But I can teach him to hunt. The best way to shoot a gun. To fight with honor and savagery. You can do that next time they bring the children. It's not the same.
Good Baron.
Just pet the baby.
Stay.
Pet the scary doggy.
Seeing those vermin roasting in the heat from an explosive shell, I swear it was glorious.
It was a lot of fun.
Help yourself to more. There's no shortage of pie jocks out there if you get a craving for violence. I'll give you a discount at my store. Anything you want, you buy at cost.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Okay. Let's feed the puppy. New upgrade. Gauntlets that I don't need. Thing that I don't need. Another thing I don't need. Another thing I don't need. And a gun that I probably could use. Now we feed the Baron.
Try this.
Baby!
Looks like Gur's finally found someone to follow around.
Gonna follow me around, baby? Huh? Hey!
Give me one big weak target. I'll be children safe. One wrong step, Shepard.
I think the point you... No, it's only planetside. And I think what you do is you can... Yeah. You can bet for him. Okay, that's enough of that. Good doggy.
Place your bet on the pitch.
Oh yeah, no, that's enough.
Don't touch anything. Do I look like I have time to talk? I've got work to do. Those fools brought this Tomka back from a skirmish without its combustion manifold. They say it got shot off in the field. You tell me, how can you expect a Tomka to run without a combustion manifold?
Any idea where I could find a combustion manifold?
Yeah, I can make one. Give me 3 days and a barrel of Ringcall. The one they lost is probably still out in the field. It's too much to expect them to collect it and bring the damn thing back.
I'm going out in the field. If I see a combustion manifold, I'll bring it back with me.
If you did, it would save me a lot of work. Maybe bring back my sunny disposition.
Sunny disposition.
Never seen a broken mechanic before.
What? You think we kidnap Quarians and make them do the hard work? Not anymore, we don't.
Not anymore? Excuse me?
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep going on.
Krogan's hit by genophage, nuclear assaults, civil wars. Still survive.
Yeah, no thanks to you or anyone else.
Impressive to see life adapt, continue despite circumstances. Inspiring.
Okay. Just sitting there. Just chilling there. You just punch the thing. It's so dumb. Oh, it's so dumb.
Who are you?
I am Fortak, Lord High Researcher in matters scientific for Clan Erdnot.
Lord High Researcher. Okay.
I won't take up much of your valuable time.
My work is very important, human.
Of course it is. I'm just curious. I'd heard a lot about the genius of Krogan science.
Oh, finally, someone understands. I swear I am among brainless pyjacks here, toiling among savages. I am the Lord High Researcher.
You must be working on something important.
I was building the biggest, best offensive ordnance yet. A real ground pounder. But the new clan leader wastes my time with frivolous research. Crop genetics, medicinal improvements. We can buy that stuff from the Solarians.
But the real research.
I've heard.
I've heard.
Yeah, what else can the Solarians do?
I've heard.
It's not like they can make us even more infertile. Actually, wait, forget I said anything.
I take it you're a scientist.
I used to be a scientist. I designed weapons. Now my genius is wasted on frivolous things. Things that don't explode. My predecessor said no one would understand the true worth of my work. As I pulled my blade from his chest, I knew he was telling the truth.
Not exactly what I would call effective academic peer review.
Zing.
We value the will to use what we create, not just the ability to create it. We don't count success until the ground shakes in response.
Okay.
You must be working on something.
I was, but the new
Solarians created.
Actually, wait, forget I said anything.
There we go.
Sounds like the new clan leader has some very different ideas on how to lead the Krogan.
You want to die? I know, right?
To him directly. He's my leader. I'll not say anything else about him.
I take it you're a scientist.
My predecessor said no one would. Yes, move along.
Assault rifle damage. Biotic damage. Heavy pistol damage. And shotgun damage. Cool. I like that. I mean, can you punch that? No, they're done.
These things would last longer if they didn't hit a crater.
The pits have been bloodbath ever since Urza's Hamlet was exiled.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
Well, actually, I should do grunts first.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Weirlock has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Weirlock's base if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
What can you tell me about Clan Weirlock's base?
Last I heard...
Double shots by default.
Hospital. I haven't seen it, though.
Something quads.
Clan Weirlock from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though, bring a big gun. Weirlock's base is crawling with Blood Pack.
That doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tachanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan. When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them. It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the Blood Pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they'd do with him. One less alien on Tachanka.
You don't seem to have much love lost for aliens.
Don't get your quads in a twist. If I was gonna kill you, you'd know it.
You were gonna kill me, you'd be dead, but that's okay.
Unite the Krogan people. I don't think we can do that with off-worlders interfering, but it's not my call.
You haven't met me yet. My name is Shepard. My name is Commander Dr. Shepard, LICSW, JD, and Miracle Worker. You can just call me a Miracle Worker if you want. It's a decent enough title.
What's Clan Weirlock?
You know what? Just call me Saint. Saint Shepard. It's easy, right?
And they're not friendly like we are.
Savior of the galaxy. Once over, working on twice, you know. I'm going for my master's in galactic safety.
With an off-world presence. They're fanatics. Totally devoted to Weirlock Guld. Whatever they did with your Solarian, Guld's behind it.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl.
Oh, and galactic mining magnet. Very good point. Very good point.
I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
But the Blood Pack has non-Krogan members like Vorcha.
Ha! The Vorcha. They're just like the Varen. Only they can use guns and don't crap on the floor as often.
Hey, don't say that about the poor baby right here.
Members of the Blood Pack. Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
Oh,
Thanks for
he's
the
not wrong. All right, we're gonna take care of Grunt first.
Damn off-worlders. You can take the truck over there. You need anything else?
Talk to you later.
Ignore them, girl. They're not worth the effort.
We just came down from there, nothing up there, so...
I have nothing to say to aliens or their pet Krogan.
Shepard, what can I do for you, my friend?
Oh, it's definitely surprisingly fun, but Morden's has a lot more punch, so...
Good to see you, Rex. Sure you can't come with us?
Wish I could, but I need to keep these short-sighted fools in line. Hunt well, Shepard. Shepard, what can I do for
I have a
you?
Krogan on my crew. He has some kind of sickness and needs treatment.
Where are you from, whelp? Was your clan destroyed before you could learn what is expected of you?
I have no clan. I was tank bred by Warlord Okir. My line distilled from Kredok, Moro, Shiagar.
You recite warlords, but you are the offspring of a syringe.
I am pure Krogan. You should be in awe.
Okir's a very old name. A very hated name.
He is dead.
Of course. You're with Shepard. How could he be alive?
Point taken.
I need Grunt back up to speed. What's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's becoming a full adult.
Ah, puberty ritual. Common among species with hormone-driven reproductive urges.
I don't care what aliens call it. Krogan undergo the rite of passage.
Too far, Rex. Your clan may rule, but this thing is not Krogan.
Idiot. So, Grunt.
Idiot.
Do you wish to stand with Erdnot?
What does the rite of passage require?
Yeah, Grunt's mission is just puberty. Krogan puberty.
You'll let a tank-bred Krogan join Clan Erdnot?
Only because he's with you. After all, you and I killed thousands like him. Not quite as big, but many. Clan Erdnot is strong, and the others will do as I say. They see the benefit of my vision.
What happens if he doesn't do this rite of passage?
If he was left here, he would be killed. The clanless are not respected. A tank-bred, probably more so. His disposition is what it is, right or no. That's just him being a Krogan. Okir didn't tell you that in the tank, did he, boy?
This is his choice.
Alright, we're gonna add sexual health counselor to my titles now.
It is what I am for.
Good boy. Speak with the shaman. He's over on the second level. Give him a good show and he'll set you on the path.
I wonder what female Krogan puberty is like then.
How many times have
Blood rage takes on a slightly different meaning in that sense.
Good to see you, Rex.
Wish I could.
Alright, Grunt, let's go get you your big boy pants.
See that special they had on the extranet?
That crap rots your brain.
You should be out hunting. Or fixing something if you can't hunt. It was a special bid on the Citadel.
You're gonna start talking about the stuff that...
I'll tear you apart!
You don't have the plates to try.
Plates? Okay.
Don't crowd the ambassador.
Turn back, human. I may be an ambassador among my people, but that doesn't mean I have to speak to the likes of you.
At the very least, a Krogan female means that you get lots of power. Some small consolation?
Leave now before my guards decide to eject you.
You seem like a well-traveled Krogan ambassador.
I am.
Then you must know who I am. And you have to be aware that bad things happen to those who oppose me.
Stand up. Like this human. I am the ambassador
Bam.
to Urdnot from Clan Knockmore.
Seriously, half the Paragon stuff is kind of just threatening people with my reputation. It's literally just, do you know who I fucking am? Putting on the Karen glasses and everything.
We are the clan of the great warlord Knockmore Crawl, who faced down platoons of Turians and won. Most clans lend us the respect our ancestor is due.
What business does Clan Knockmore have with the Urdnot?
Threatening someone versus actually shooting them. This is fair.
Have been in talks about a more permanent alliance. With our help, Urdnot could rally others behind its banner and truly unite Tuchanka, and we would gain the chance to fight in larger battles with greater plunder.
I thought all Krogan want to be warriors. What makes a Krogan become an ambassador?
You don't know as much as you think, human. A Krogan diplomat has to represent the strength of his people, or his clan appears ripe for conquest.
Hello, McGraven. Welcome. Welcome.
Top of my clan, human.
We're on Locker Room the Planet, and we're about to do Puberty the Mission. So...
I should go.
I'm sure you are needed elsewhere.
Alright, let's, Shaman.
Go away. The envoy to the female clans doesn't have to listen to aliens.
You go beyond yourself, Gatatog Uvank.
We're in a middle school, oh my god, yes.
How do we know it will challenge him? He's unnatural. The beasts of the right could ignore him like a lump of plastic. They know blood no matter the womb. Your barking does not help your case. I'll speak for myself. This is the tank bread. It is very lifelike. Smells correct as well. Your protests ring hollow.
It is, yes.
Urdnot Rex has given us permission to seek clan status for Grunt.
Permission. That is good enough, if lacking in spirit. If this must stand on ritual, then I invoke a denial. My Krant stands against him. He has no one. My patience is tested, but Uvank invokes correctly. Grunt, who is your Krant? Your allies willing to kill and die on your behalf.
How is a candidate tested if he brings backup on his rite of passage?
Not every Krogan can be the strongest warrior, but each must inspire his peers to battle at his side. If the ones who know you best find nothing worthy...
I like how you can still hear the two Krogan mashing into each other constantly in the background.
We stand with Grunt as shipmates and comrades.
Shipmates are not the same
And
thing.
comrades.
But I grant you aliens your...
Do svidania, comrade.
My followers are true Krogan. Everything about Grunt is a lie.
Nope, won't do it. Won't do it. Wanted to, but won't.
What the hell is your issue? What have you got against Grunt?
It doesn't matter if one of our own made him. He is a manipulation. He may as well be the genophage in the flesh.
I know I didn't headbutt him.
Genophage defines the weak. My bloodline will make us stronger.
You sound like Rex, bringing radical change that threatens our core. We have gone too far already.
This is about politics. You maneuver like the Citadel Council. Does your Krant also fight with words?
You
Zing!
slander me in such a way? Impressive! You challenged with words, their natural weapon. And your Krant sees how your position weakens, Uvank. Shaman, you cannot decide in his favor. What about Krogan tradition if you pollute the rite? You dare. I was a warrior before your mother was born. I speak with the authority of centuries. I decide who is worthy. That is the end of it.
I have other means to oppose this.
You have provoked them. Reason enough for me to like you. They're your problem now.
Just rip them apart with my own words.
Do we need any special equipment?
To begin the rite, only the candidate and his Krant are required. You love battle, don't you, Shepard? The last gasp of a dying opponent. Bring your love of the fight to Grunt's trial, and he will succeed.
Is that Krogan gonna be a problem?
He is forbidden to interfere, will he? During the rite of passage, you must be ready for anything, Shepard. From what you've shown me, you will not disappoint.
Okay.
We've waited long enough. Tell us how this works.
Still your impatience, Shepard. For now, know that Grunt will be tested, and that you must adapt.
We'll return when we're ready.
I'm gonna be right back.
When the young Krogan is prepared, bloodshed in the rite must not be rushed.
Alright. We're gonna run back to the ship real quick.
Then let's end.
The Citadel Presidium has a big statue of a Krogan right in the middle.
Well, I'm not putting a damn sorry statue up here, that's what you want.
Don't be a fool. You're honoring our fight against the Rat.
Maybe they could have honored us by not bombing us with the genophage.
Okay, moving on. I mean, yeah, there's a certain amount of... That's a certain amount of truth to that, but at the same time... Wielding my tongue like a knife.
Take your business to the clan leader, and keep your running pet on a shore. There's nothing wrong with him.
Just skip that cutscene, just get me back to the ship. Run back here. Yes, this is what I waited for. This is what I wanted. The M920 cane. Yes. Okay. And actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and see about upgrading some of my other things here. Power, Inferno armor. Okay. Heavy muscle weave. Chitin armor. Assault rifle. Assault armor. And we're good. The rest is just advanced training retrain powers. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, yes, I will go run and try and feed the fish. I say try and feed the fish because... Well, I don't know why I said try, but I will feed the fish. And take a quick moment to just check my armor out here. Headshot by 10%. Negotiation bonus by 10%. Huh. It looks weird. Shield strength. Power damage. Weapon damage. Headshot damage by 5, weapon damage by 3, shields. None of these are probably going to do anything that I want. They all look weird too. So, visor it is. Problem solved. Yeah, the helmet plus the dress was a little interesting. Choices. Helmet plus bikini. Truth though. Good, I'm glad there are no messages for me because we're going right out this airlock, right one more time. Why am I at the mass relay? We're gonna get to use the cane. I'm really excited to show you about using the cane. I can't tell you how much fun this gun is because it's dumb how fun it is. It's doing too much. Oh, I'm very excited. I'm gonna use the heavy pistol. You also use... Alright, let's try the phalanx. Oh, yes, I will be using the cane on this next battle. It's just lots of fun, but it's a difficult thing. So... yeah. I don't know how to explain this. It's a very fun gun. And I'm very excited to show those who do not know about its existence or its usage exactly why it is such a fun gun.
Erdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief's scout.
It's so absurd.
Talk to Scout then, or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Also, I have been unable to access local medical...
The Citadel has these huge arms. Millions of people live there. Why do you care so much? I'll tear you apart.
Are you ready to begin the rite of passage? Be warned, once it is started, you must see it through to success or death.
Oh, I am ready, honey. I am ready. I can't wait to use this gun. I've been waiting this whole playthrough to use this gun. I cannot tell you how excited I am to use this gun. This is so dumb that I'm this excited about it, but here we go. See, that's why, Digishell, it's perfect for missions like this one. And Witchy, you have to aim it very carefully. It's definitely a,
Tachanka's most recent
radius.
The last surface city to fall in the rebellions. The Keystone was at the heart. It has survived wars and the passage of centuries. It endures. Like the Krogan. If you wish to join Clan Erdnot, you must contemplate the Keystone and its trials.
What will happen?
Who knows? You must adapt. You must thrive no matter the situation. Any true Krogan will.
Weird fade to black there.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
You can wait. Stop being an impatient teenager and just wait.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
Or we could start by trying to find... I should probably not take those. Hold on. Double check the...
Hit the Keystone. Hit the Keystone.
Okay. So we will wait until we use it. We will wait. Well, the power cells right now won't fill the weapon up anymore. It is what it is right now, so we'll let it sit.
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
God, you're so fucking impatient. Why don't you wait for me to finish looting this area first? Because it's about to become a whole thing. You see how many corpses there are with money on them? Just money sitting around?
Let's get started, Shepard. Hit the Keystone.
Platinum. I want to deal with that whenever whatever happens here becomes a problem. Impatience is truth, though. Yeah, right.
And mastered a natural world only we are fit to hold.
Well, that's good. I'm sure that didn't tell anybody something's happening.
I'm ready.
Ooh, what comes? Oh, I see some Varen. Oh. Should probably have something a little bit more mobile. Also, you need to turn on your incendiary, so we all get it. Wow, are you just like doing it over there?
There. These beasts will know I'm worthy.
Okay. Is that it? Oh, there's more.
I see them.
Not difficult. Kill that one.
This is a very interesting squad combo, let's be honest. Morden's over there being like, one less, I've done it, not difficult, and then you've got Grunt over there being like, whoa, the whole time, like, just, all right, you guys, just take a step back, chill a little. Oh, there's another thing here.
Here they come.
Oh shit. Not ready. I'm not ready. Alright, we got there before they ended up hitting us, so problem solved. Ow!
People know I'm worthy.
Okay, that was round one. Let's hit the big button.
Lifted to the stars to destroy the fears of a galaxy. An enemy only we could chase to their lair.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Come to your death.
Ew, gross. Gross.
Hostiles.
Ooh, they blow up. I wish you could shoot those things.
Killed that one.
Ew, gross. Ugh, gross. Oops. Did not mean to do that yet, but that's okay. Not that big of a deal.
Deploying incineration tech.
No, you just charged at the wrong time, sweetie. How many more of these do we have to fight? That didn't work. I actually remember seeing you charging them and was kind of like, what are you doing? This is a bad idea. Ugh, gross. You done? Press the big button. Alright, go back, press the big button.
It is a fight where the only goal is survival.
Feel that? Everything is shaking.
Yeah, so, who remembers Mass Effect 1 and wandering around planets? Do you remember those things? I think we know what this means. Yeah! It's a friend! But that's okay. I got a big fucking gun. Here we go! I told you it was gonna be fucking worth it! Oh my god. Whoop! Okay, maybe you shouldn't be standing right there right now. It's so much fun! Oh, but you can really only fire it when it's at 100%, so... yeah, I have to get it back up to 100% to use it again. Now, I want to pause for a quick moment to talk about the cane for a teeny bit of time now that I've shown you the, pure destruction that it can cause. It took this down to half health right away. The Thresher Maw is one of the only 3 enemies in the game that this cannot kill immediately. Literally everything else in the game, it's the Thresher Maw, the sub-final boss, and the final boss. Those 3 can't be killed by this in one shot. Everything else, fair game. It's fucking crazy. I love that gun so much. It's so dumb. It's just huge. It just reminds me of Fallout 4's mini nuke launcher. Like, oh yeah, no, the slow charge up time is a bit disappointing, but you know, considering what it does, it really is worth it still. Did I really get all of the power ammo that's up here? Yeah, okay. Alright, get back over here. I gotta shoot you. And there we go. We took out a big Thresher Maw. Ugh. That was fun.
We have company. Good. I want more.
Why did that look like a mini Normandy?
You live.
Oh, this dickbag.
No one has done that in generations. Word Not Rex was the last.
My cramp gave me strength beyond my genes, which are damn good.
True. Your alien found weakness in some of my cramp. I wonder, you say you are pure. Okier constructed you? No alien meddling?
The best Krogan traits are distilled into Grunt. He's designed to be perfect.
Being designed is the problem, but not made by aliens. And he is truly powerful. That is a tolerable loophole. A what? A reason to accept you. You are a mistake, but your potential could tip the current balance of the clans.
You spit on my father's name, on Shepard's name.
But now you stop ranting because I'm strong.
With restrictions. You could not breed, of course, or serve on an alien ship. But you'd be clan in name.
You talk like he's a thing. You're after his power. You don't really want him in your clan.
Of course not. I didn't really want to cooperate with Clan Erdnot either, but I had to. Clan Gatatog is on the verge, either of greatness or of joining the dust. I get traditional support if I fight you, and reformer support if I back you. Your rite of passage tipped that balance too.
Well,
it's your choice, Grunt. Sounds like an easy job.
That's the problem. I'm pure Krogan. Ulvik, you were the pretender.
Your head is valuable.
I know, right?
Alive or dead.
Just try to take it.
I just took out a Thresher Maw. What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do to you, dude?
You've been spotted.
15 Renegade? For what? Oh, okay.
I'll put him down.
Alright, let's switch over to my preferred weapon of choice here. Oh wow, these guys are surviving full direct headshots from my fucking particle accelerator gun here. Jesus. Oh, I missed a corpse. I don't appreciate this.
Deploying incineration tech.
There we go.
Ulvik is meat. Let's signal at the Keystone to get out of here and leave him to rot.
Alright, it just barely got one. Yeah, weird. That's another loyalty mission done.
Earning the honor of clan and name. Many survive, but it has been years since a Thresher Maw fell. Your names shall live in glory. Grunt, you are Erdnot. We now own property. Join the army and apply to serve under a battle master.
Shepard is my battle master. She has no match.
Damn right.
Congratulations, Erdnot Grunt. Accept this token from Fortak. His weapons are the finest we have.
What were you called before you became shaman?
I gave up my name when I became the shaman. I am a conduit for the rage and bloodlust of my people. It would be wrong to retain my old identity. My life belongs to the clan.
I want to know about Tuchanka's past.
Tuchanka is a place of great gifts. It kills the weak, torments the slow, and destroys the stupid. Survival is an honor, and here, Krogan thrive. We cover this planet with our civilization, only to burn it to the ground a dozen times over. Each time, we grow stronger.
You do?
When we are wise and powerful enough, we will tame the planet forever.
I've never heard anyone say that wiping out their own civilization was a good thing.
Right?
I thought you, of all aliens, would understand, Shepard. The Krogan empires and clans of the past were glorious, built in great battles and conquests, but their cores were weak. How else could they have fallen? When Krogan civilization achieves its apex, there will be no stopping it. No stopping us.
Okay, sure.
Krogan rites and
If
ceremonies.
it gets there, in between you killing each other.
Krogans suffer the right of life at birth, and the right of honor when they wish to be considered for breeding. The right of firsts is suffered before a Krogan faces a new enemy. A clan leader also undergoes many rites in service to the clan.
What rites did you go through to become Chief Shaman?
Becoming the shaman is excruciating. I passed through rites that made me wish to die. I carry the scars on my soul. I must perform rites each dawn and dusk to keep me bound into our Krogan nature. Our spirit is one of violence and death. I must be attuned to that.
What if you locked a bunch of preteens
Indeed.
into if you took a high school football team and put them all into a locker room, locked the door,
You don't have no plate. We're the tank-bred and the human killed the thresh.
and then,
Everybody's hurt.
you know,
Does is Rex himself.
waited several months.
This Baron
I
could
feel like Tuchanka's what you'd end up with.
Still
Same.
looking for that Solarian? Or did you just come to waste my time?
And we're headed out. Let's go. Lord of the Flies, but with high school football players. Exactly. That's what this feels like. It's like Lord of the Flies. It really is. I don't like anything. Those. Okay. Now Grunt is... There we go. Non-Newtonian fluid. Interesting. Okay. We'll wait as we do with that. All right. This is the mission that I messed up the first time and got me into modding my save file so that Mass Effect 3 didn't get fucked up. Because when I first played this, I fucked it up. I will not do that again. Nope. Fun. These things.
Thought I was harmless, did you? Neutralized.
Morden, let's be honest. At this point, no one thinks you're harmless. You're terrifying. All right? The Lord High Researcher instead of Hasmar. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even pick up on that. Oh, friend. Oh, friends.
Impact shot.
Kill that one.
Okay. We must be close. Found Vorcha, so that's always a good sign. Of blood pack. I mean, not a good sign. It's not actually good, but you know.
Should burn nicely.
Should burn nicely. What? What?
Enjoy.
Okay. Who's left?
Incoming!
Wish I was standing downwind. Neutralized.
I'll put them down.
Oh wow, that just missed.
that one.
Like how my shot just went, woo!
Feel the blood rage.
I'm sorry. Were you hoping to shoot me with your little fire things? Cute. Why did you...
Forget me. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Nothing can hurt me!
Interesting take there, Grunt. I don't know how you got the idea that nothing can hurt you, but okay. Hope you have fun with that. You sneak.
Just heading to hell.
There's still one more. Oh, alright. There we go, combustion manifold. Easy peasy. Bypass. There we go. The M98 Widow, otherwise known as the One Shot Express. I love the Widow, I'm not gonna lie.
Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment.
I don't know why I didn't use it in my first playthrough. Instead, I decided that I was gonna go for the assault rifle training instead, but... You know, having a mini railgun is probably a good idea.
Take a look. Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject, victim of experimentation.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was.
No tattoos or... maybe slave or prisoner.
Yes. I mean, my SMG is the locus.
Humans useful as test subjects.
So I guess like plagues. They all seem more biblical in nature.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting, unethical, sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, cloned tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
Alright, that's fair, yeah. Can they do calculus? Yes or no?
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal, pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage. Clever.
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
Can't say. Need more data. Conceptually sound, though. Genophage alters hormone levels, could repair damage with hormonal counterattack.
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
I don't... That's fair. That's true, I guess, yeah. That's fair.
Now we've got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on mailing. Too late to help the dead.
How's my, Paragon looking? Almost there! Almost there! You can do it, baby! I mean, yeah, I think they are all kind of named after some kind of killer, but like, you know, there's not like the Booth rifle or anything like that. I guess Booth would be a pistol, but you know, we're not talking about like, you know, the Oswald.
I am the speaker for Clan Werelock, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Werelock Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Werelock have planned?
If you walk away now, you can tell
I might be taking it.
that you saw Clan Werelock before our blood pact.
Because it is kind of good.
You think the Erd not impressive?
Not as good as Miranda's, but...
Werelock Gold will destroy them. The Solarian will cure the genophage, and Clan Werelock will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood.
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
We have the Blood Pack, and we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the genophage, Werelock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellion will
You talk too much.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target.
That guy knows what's up. Womp, womp, womp.
Enemies inbound.
Okay, those 5+ renegade points were definitely... that was my fault. Yeah, I can't... Oh, damn it. What? What? There we go. Alright, I guess I have to come out a little bit here.
Could burn nicely.
Now.
Okay. We having a good time? We're all having a good time? We're having a good time? Right? I don't really feel like I want to sit and listen to you just go on about how you're gonna destroy the entire galaxy. I'm done. Darwin Award. Hey, look at these big red barrels. Let's just stand on top of some. It's not like it's a video game or anything.
Lab's likely through there. Can smell antiseptic. Hint of dead flesh.
Just get us there.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Werelock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death, not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accepted as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Morden.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives, then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races, no answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience.
This is a really long action therapy session.
Modified genophage project.
Let's be honest.
Scientifically brilliant, but ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral, tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor, genophage affects fertility, doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Can you really just rationalize it all away? How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular Solarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism in focus on reincarnation. Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn, adapt, improve. Refuse to believe life ends here. Too wasteful. Have more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
If you need this much soul-searching to get over it, maybe the genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations, effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war, extinction, genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos on Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Yes. Millions of data points. Years of arguments. Countless scenarios. All noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous. No unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war. Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better. Saved lives.
Look at the dead woman, Morden. It doesn't look like you saved her.
No, it doesn't. Worked with available data. Only option. No other possible. Doesn't matter.
It's heavy shit. Heavy shit. You know, sterilizing an entire species maybe isn't the best look, Morden, sweetie dear, honey, darling.
What's this?
Alright.
Active console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences, hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue.
Yeah. A deep breath.
Standard treatment factors. Avoid
Again, why I wanted to make sure that this one was going to be like one of the last things we did today, probably. Maybe we'll do some light, pointless stuff in the last, 15 minutes, but
not developing, modifying.
That'll probably be talking to people.
Working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable. Could cause total sterility, malignant tumors. Could even reduce effectiveness. Worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable. 1 in 1,000. Perfect target, optimal growth. Like gardening.
Pretty it up however you like. You're talking about murdering millions.
No, murdered no one. Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard. Many methods. Gunfire, knives, drugs, tech attacks. Once with farming equipment, but not with medicine.
Once with farming equipment.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic. Didn't want to repeat. All life precious. Universe demands diversity.
What was it like working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage. Right choice. Still. Hard to sleep some nights.
How can you agree with using the genophage, Morden? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians, not me.
The effects on Tuchanka are still your responsibility. You upgraded the virus that kept them in barbarism.
Krogan committed war crimes. Refused to negotiate. Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan forces too strong. Genophage was only option. Krogan forced genophage, us or them. No apologies for winning. Wouldn't have minded peaceful solution.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that?
Yes, United Krogan saved Galaxy, destroyed Rachni. Genophage not punishment, simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
We're not gonna find Malin's.
All right, we're gonna keep moving. Damn it. Move too slow. There we go.
You killed the Blood Pack guards.
Not Blood Pack, not member of Clan Werlock. Wrong clan markings.
I'm an Earth-Not scout. Werlock guards got me. Brought me here.
The Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Erdnot.
I can't. The Werlock did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the genophage. Everything's blurry. Hard to think. Have to stay.
Morden, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough.
Therapy time. Therapy session in the middle of a therapy session.
This is
Therapyception.
I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I'm mattered.
Millions of children will be born. Werlock children. They're gonna destroy the other clans.
But... no. No, they said I was helping Erdnot.
If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while injured.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go! Go!
Do their cute little tongues.
Nicely done. Fortunately, subject is unlikely to be contagious.
Not far off from...
Holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
I don't think that's...
Explosives useful. Burn through Krogan armor.
Thank you. I think that's like pretty close to
Just the thing to help.
Fine.
Impact shot.
One less. Oh. Sorry, what did you call me?
Now.
Deploying in
I'm pretty sure that scene goes relatively the same way whether you are what's it called?
deploying incineration tech.
You know what I'm trying to say. Paragon or Renegade. You more or less like reverse psychology him and being like, I thought you were strong. 18 heavy weapon ammo, where are we at? We're at 99, come on. Ugh, I gotta find one more power ammo box and then we can actually fire the cane again. Not that I need to fire it now, but, you know. Damn, I can't take them all the way out.
Flammable or inflammable. Forget which. Doesn't matter. Not difficult.
Woo! No me gusta, no me gusta. Thank you.
Burn through any armor.
And he's down. Now talking like Morden, strange, but not an issue. A locked crate. Money in it. There we go. I thought you guys said you weren't low on ammunition. So where's that power ammo that I need? How about that? It's locked. I can't go in there. It's locked. Huh, what do you know? It's not locked. Oh, this one doesn't have any money attached to it, which means it's special. I like special things. That can hopefully... I see it all the way over there. Aha! Phew, alright. Got me sitting there being a little nervous. Heavy weapon ammo upgrade. Thank you. Let me hold some more reserves, please and thank you.
Malin, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student. I looked up to you.
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Morden, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden...
He has a weird chin.
If we had let the Krogan recover, we'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
It's a huge chin with a cleft, though.
We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Weyrloc? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weyrloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Urdnot has a larger camp than Weyrloc. Why not use them?
Urdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Urdnot's loss and Weyrloc's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Morden. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weyrloc left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special tasks group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weyrloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special task group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping.
All right, here we go to where I fucked up.
Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Morden. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
This is what I fucked up. I said destroy it, but that creates some really bad consequences in ME3. So we're gonna keep it.
You think it could be useful? Why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create.
It may not be the perfect Paragon option, but
Could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Galaxy. Too many variables.
I didn't learn.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here. But you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Morden. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing.
There we go.
Wiping. Local copy. Still years away from cure.
So I didn't do the whole thing of Mass Effect 2, but I did redo the entirety of my ME3 playthrough at that point after changing the flag in the ME2 thing.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
Good thing I said I want to look around a little bit more. Look at all this money we can get. It would be nice if that press F to end the mission would go away so that I could see what's at the bottom of my screen. 28 Paragon. Alright, alright. Look who's maxed out on their Paragon score again. Yeah, you don't want to find out what happens if you don't save the thing. You really don't. I mean, I mean, look it up when you're done, but like, you know. Here we go. Before we go anywhere, tactical cloak up.
Someday we'll get off this rock and show those Quarians who's lost.
Clan Erdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. Based on population profiles, Clan Erdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Werlock, mostly women and children.
Ah, intelligent move. Surprising from Krogan. Glad to see it.
In addition, killing the Thresher Maw has produced several breeding requests for Grunt and one for Shepard.
No, I am not breeding with a Krogan. Hey, baby. Hi.
Around with the female camps and children last night.
I hear you killed a Thresher Maw. Impressive. Welcome, Erdnot Grunt. My name is Ratch. You and your Krant will find many items of interest in my store.
The human is my battle master.
Of course. There's not much here for humans, but you can take a look if you want.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Do you have anything new? No. That would be too easy. Well, we're only here basically to wrap up the couple things.
5 years from the right.
Think you actually had a fertile... Eyes straight ahead.
My scout made it back. We've got him at the tent. Doesn't remember much beyond getting tortured, but he remembers you. Said you yelled at him until he got his hump out of that basin back here. You've got a quad, human. Thanks for saving my scout. Saves me having to train another one.
Talk to you later.
Look at that. I even got the guy who hates all aliens to be nice to me.
You killed that Thresher Maw on foot?
Hell yeah, I did.
Welcome to the clan, Erdnot Grunt.
Honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, make yourself useful. You're in the shit now.
I found a combustion manifold out in the field. Is this what you need?
That'll work. Faster than building one from scratch, at least. You just saved me 3 days' work, human. You've earned my time if you want it.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines for battle. It's a wonder this Tomka here made it back to camp.
It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside, and this thing would have crumbled.
Krogan's placed so much importance on martial strength. How'd you become a mechanic?
How do you think those fools make it to the field to kill each other? Who do you think keeps the weapons working? Without me, there's no battle, just slaughter. I am the military might of Clan Urdnot.
How do you feel about what Rex is trying to do?
The old man's crazy if you ask me, which you just did. But that stuff fixes itself. If it doesn't work, Rex gets torn to shreds and we find out who's got the next best plan.
Let me get out of your way.
My week does not look great. Tomorrow is going to be 97 degrees. Wednesday is also going to be 97 degrees, but it will also include a 50% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Friday will be significantly cooler at 70 degrees, but include a 50% chance of rain. This is not great for biking to work. Maybe I'll take the bus this week. Ugh. It does sound really awful. I'm supposed to be biking every day, though.
Should you be in here? As I understand it, Clan Urdnot has a new member. So, you're our new warrior. The shaman gave you the customary upgrades, I assume. He's fast to pass up my work as his reward. Use them well. The Lord High Researcher for Clan Urdnot has no time to make replacements. But perhaps I can offer a discount.
There is, yeah. I'm probably not going to use it, though. I never usually do. In fact, I even try to change in my own office instead of doing it anywhere else. But worst comes to worst, I could use that. It's just I have a very complicated beauty routine, so... Yes, there is a shower.
You just can't help making trouble. No one has killed a Maw since my turn in the right. Next you'll tell me he's a Quint and crap's dark matter.
A Quint?
That's what it takes to replace me. You are Urdnot Grunt. Welcome.
Solemn nods.
Good to see you, Rex. Sure you can't come with us?
Wish I could, but I need to keep these short-sighted fools in line. Hunt well, Shepard. Shepard. What? Wish I could.
Alright, last thing.
I barely survived the Maw during my reign. Guess that human's got a quad.
Fuck yeah, I do. Again, breeding requests, last I checked.
You don't have no play dough. You again. What can Clan Knockmore do for you?
Alright.
I should go.
I'm sure you are needed elsewhere. Shepard, I hope you have more blood on your hands and more tales of conquest. What better for proud warriors to discuss?
I took down Saren, one of the top specters in Council space.
No small task. We have learned the strength of those who bear that title. You held it yourself, if I'm correct.
Last time I checked, I still hold it.
May your foes be strong.
Present tense.
Keep you sharp.
I proved that the title persists even after death.
Then let's end. Let her not grudge with us now. We're willing to consider new directions. That's what makes her not strong.
I like how I'm running around with this, like, giant gun on my back with a radioactive symbol on it. Like, yeah, this is definitely gonna kill you. Don't look inside.
Little bastards think they're so smart.
Back to the Normandy. Just skip. Just skip. It's already past midnight. I want to go to bed. Okay. Oh yeah, no, she's amazing.
Commander, you've received a new message at your
private terminal. Thank you. All right, Morden, let's talk.
Malin betrayed me, betrayed my work, disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Always thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new, better goal, better purpose, fewer torture tests.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tachanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tachanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
This is what happens when you only live for 40 years, so...
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings, made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to
have it over there.
Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tachanka. Should get back to work.
I don't like that, though. Have it over there somewhere.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need.
Wow, bitch. Alright. Alright.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime.
Oh, he's got some stuff to talk about.
The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
Oh, we already have one.
I need to do this again.
We already have a bar.
It's a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can. I doubt they'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up. It's a hell of a job, isn't it, Shepard? Being the good guys.
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever. I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
I hear that.
Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
There we go. Good talk.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay. Eyes front, Shepard. There we go. Oops, back that up. Hold on. There we go. From Shaman Erdnot. So keep him alive. Here, I have to stay polite, play the role, but our people are dying. Krogan have always valued survival over tradition. We're going to survive as people. We need your vat-grown grunt. Okir was a madman, but he was a madman with a plan, and that's more than most have on this ball of rock. So, bring him back from your damn mission. My people need him. If you all get killed, I'll piss on your graves. Thank you. Thank you. I am Leslie. I was on Aya. The food made me sick. The doctors are helping me now. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to do this. I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I am getting better. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. I am not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take my words. He can't make me not me anymore, because you and Jacob stopped him. Thank you, Leslie. The only good thing to come out of Jacob's dumb quest.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need it.
All right, let's head down.
Urdnot grunt. I like it. I have a clan. That makes me... It makes me want to fight, not just able to. At Uvink, I wanted to disembowel him, to tear out his spine like a trophy.
We started this because you were losing control. Now you sound more violent than ever.
Rex said I was normal. Just had this built-up stuff because of being grown in the tank. Now that I know it's not an outside thing, and I have a place as a Krogan, I like it. Our enemies are in trouble, Shepard, and we better not run out of targets.
I'm not planning on living like this forever, Grunt.
Talk like that, and it won't be your choice. I'm sure as hell not quitting with a whimper. Just so you're clear where we stand.
All right, sweetie.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Humans talk too much. Like the tank.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
They're just excited. They're so excited that they do a little dance move.
Shepard.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you. I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Well, now we gotta talk about that.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus.
Oh, hey!
Been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
How did the fight turn out?
I had the advantage, but he was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
I love that. I mean, that's kind of how I feel like the Normandy is at this point in the galaxy. You see the Normandy coming at you and you fucking run. Like, you see the Normandy coming at you, you might be a capital ship, but you fucking run. Because you know who's on board? Shepard. It doesn't matter how big or small the ship itself is, Shepard is on that ship. You're gonna fucking die.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled, throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
They better think twice. the biggest gun on the ship isn't the two giant guns that are mounted on the front. No, it's Shepard hanging out of the airlock with a fucking cane in her hand. Just yelling on the comms, I will put a hole in your ship right now.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately...
Did the mic go all freak out with it?
I got through, and they did not pursue.
I tried to be quiet with it, too.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I...
Says Garrus with a well-calibrated rifle. Right.
And released the captives on the Citadel.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
Garrus ascends to godhood on YouTube. Oh no. Oh no.
Have a few minutes?
Of course, Shepard.
Here we go. More talking.
I've been thinking about you.
And I, you. Confession, Shepard.
Confession?
I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't want to hear what you have to say.
When I married Erica, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Erica was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantius commission because I didn't know what else to do.
Not the healthiest attitude to take on a mission.
You're right, it's not. Looking back now, it's clear I'd resigned myself to death. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster, challenging me. I had to reach her first.
I had no idea you planned to die in there.
It wasn't a plan. My body had accepted its death. My mind had been dead a long time. Your mission gave me purpose, a cause to die for, a chance to atone. I was able to speak to my son again. I can leave my body in peace.
You've had a hard life. You deserve some peace.
Whatever may happen, my gun is yours.
Okay. Thank you. Interesting.
Commander, what can I do?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
And I'm pretty sure my boyfriend down on the other side of the ship has nothing else to add.
Shepard, need me?
Have you got a minute?
Definitely, but I want to try it with you. I want a few moments that are just for us.
I want that too, Garrus.
Glad to hear it.
I want your body. We're gonna calibrate in bed together. Something Turian joke. Okay, alright. Back to the top, because we have one last thing to do before we call it a night. We're going to feed the goddamn fish. Okay. Oh, they seem to be happy about that. I am missing one ship, I think. Just the one. Alright, I'm going to save and quit up here so that I know that I have already saved and that I've already fed the fish. Okay. Whew. That was our night. Yes, I remember that the last ship is one you find, you don't buy, so there's that. Okay, that is our stream for the night. Couple more loyalty missions in there, some actual good ones and one not great one. So you made it to the end of the stream, and it's later than I wanted it to be. Whoops. So yeah, we'll probably pick it up again on Tuesday. Tentatively say 9 o'clock. We're gonna see how this week goes. I do have a paper due on Tuesday, and I do have a habit of waiting until the last minute to finish said papers, so we'll see. But keep an eye out on the Discord. I'll announce it there. For those who might be in the stream who are not part of the Discord, you may join using this link that has just popped up to this side of your screen. Well, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be that side of your screen. It's in the chat. So we'll see what happens this week. We'll see. Keep an eye out on the Discord, like I said. Anyway, that's our stream for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call it because I apparently have to think about my commute tomorrow. That'll be fun. I love this heat wave. Love it. Love it. I love how we can have 90 something, like almost 100 degrees and rain. We have this entire next week is literally like Wednesday through next Tuesday, we have chance of rain. 2 days of thunderstorms and then 3 days of thunderstorms. I'm sorry. I forgot. I missed Monday. And like it drops down from high 90s to low 70s and then jumps back up to the mid 80s. Can we wait for that? So I know, right? All right, so it sounds like Ragnarok and Elliot's just going to be the three of us on Tuesday. Anyway, keep an eye out on the thing on the Discord for whether Tuesday will happen in the first place. I will see you all then, hopefully. If not, probably Thursday. Thursday is more likely. Have a great night, everyone. Have a good Monday. And yeah, I'll see you soon. All right, bye, everybody. Mwah.